Hola, hola. It's your girl Erika from America. Welcome to the Confidence Chronicles podcast. This podcast is all about helping you stand in who you are. Stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Start standing as your fully expressed self. As you are, queen, as is, there is no filter needed. You are fucking awesome. And I am here to remind you, I'm a confidence coach, a business mentor, a speaker, an author, and I am obsessed with women standing up, showing up, and creating their confidence. And I cannot wait to dig into today's episode with you. Hello, my love. Welcome to the podcast. I'm back in the office. I have been in Sydney speaking at an amazing conference. And it was like 4 days that I was gone. And I'll tell you what, it was incredible. But it was so hectic because now the year has started. Like, I feel like 2024 for me has started. I just want to say it. This is going to be a massively incredible, successful, bomb-ass year. Who is claiming that? Are you claiming that with me? Because, this year ain't playing. That's all I'm saying. This is going to be the year for us. That's all I'm saying. Okay? So for me, I had some time off during the holiday period, which was great. I had 2 weeks off. Incredible. I knew that this year was going to be hectic. I knew it was going to be crazy. And I was scared for the 29th of January because that was when this whole thing was starting, the whole year. I just got back. I spoke. It was incredible. I love speaking. I love being on stage. I had a real big paradigm shift. This beautiful man named Andy, shout out to you, Andy, posted a message on Facebook that actually I'm going to read it to you because I'll tell you why. I felt like it was a paradigm shift for me. And what I mean by that is maybe you believe something about yourself or the way that you show up or the way people perceive you. And when you realize that you were wrong because life shows you something different, it gives you an internal break. One of your beliefs that maybe you've believed all your life starts to break, and you realize that it's not true what you were thinking about yourself, and you realize that, oh my God, the world doesn't work that way. It does an internal break, like you split inside in a good way. And these are moments in your life where you're like, oh, wow, what I used to believe about this isn't true. Therefore, fundamentally, everything is different. And then you can become a different person. You can do different things. You can create difference in your life. And I had one of those moments. Oh, it makes me like emotional thinking about it. I opened my phone. It was a day before. So I spoke on the Tuesday. I got the message on Wednesday because I suck at checking Facebook. If you ever Facebook message me, I'm going to apologize now for my lack of response, or if I never respond, because it is so, I only go in there for my Facebook groups, my sisterhood groups, and my squad people. I do not go on Facebook. So I suck. But for whatever miracle, I check notifications. And Andy, this is what Andy said. Today, I did something I don't normally do. I hung around to listen to a crazy lady talk about confidence. I normally don't pay much attention in conferences when the motivational speaker or life coach comes to the stage. During the intro video, I was still skeptical, but curious enough to wait until the Queen of Confidence stepped onto stage. Within a few moments, I was hooked. I wasn't going anywhere. And I mean crazy lady as in crazy fucking good. The message, the way it was delivered, was exactly what I needed at exactly the right moment. They say timing is everything. So thank you, Erika Kramer, for your kick in just the right place so I could get shit done. I look forward to diving into your book. And then he has my book as a photo on Facebook. Let me tell you that I bawled my eyes out in tears, like crying. I was like, oh my God, that is the most amazing compliment. Not only because he was like, she was great, blah, 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 who cares? Most people will say that to me. What most people won't say is, I'm skeptical. Who do you think you are? The Queen of Confidence. Let's see what you got. Life coaches, blah. I'm not going to watch. Like, I'd be skeptical too, Andy. So thank you. And I got that message and I fell to the ground. I started crying and I was like, wow. And let me tell you what paradigm shift it was for me. The shift was the way that I believe my message is received. I thought my message was received well with women or those identifying as, and that other people thought I was fluffy and pink and bullshit and women's stuff and soft skill of confidence. And it's not true. The room was full of men, and they bought my book. My book sold out at this event because of all the men that bought the book. I'm sharing this with you because sometimes we think that something is true until life shows us that it's not by an experience. And when this happens and you feel the untruth come to life, wow, it really cracks something inside of you. And so I was there and I had a lot of space in my mind for this talk that I was delivering. And when I delivered the talk, the space in my mind opened up for all the other shit that's there waiting to come to the front of my head. And right now it is the craziest, busiest, most amazing time. And I'm scared and I'm nervous and I'm worried and I'm like, holy shit, nerve-sighted. But I'm also like, this is exactly what you said you wanted. And so I really wanted to talk to you about how you prioritize what's important to you, how you juggle the things that you need to juggle, like family, career, work, love, sex, partnership, being a good friend, money, business, career, work, whatever the fuck, right? School, self-care, exercise, wellness with your mind, food. How do we juggle all of these things? And I thought I would share with you because I'm really in the thick right now of holding multiple things all at once. And I think because I'm a Gemini, I can do this really well. Like I could be talking to you right now and my mind's also thinking about the stairs and how cold the aircon is and how I got to get home because I got to cook dinner and blah, 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 blah. There's 50 things happening in my mind. I'm focused here with you. And I don't know how or why, but I'm very aware that this is a skill that I've had since I was young, and I can be across multiple things and I can be listening, but also here. Obviously not 100% well. I'm not saying multitasking, but just the awareness. My awareness is open. And I learned this from one of my mentors once who taught us about the peripherals and being here, but also do you see that and can you witness that? So I feel like it's a skill that I have, but I feel like it's also something that we can learn. And I want to talk to you about it today because maybe this is something you need to develop. Maybe there's a lot going on in your life and you're like, what do I prioritize, Erika? How do I know what to prioritize first? How do I know what should have all of my attention? And I love Alex Hormozi and Layla Hormozi. They are freaking incredible. And I remember watching a YouTube video of his that he was like, it's a season of no. And if you haven't seen it, I'm going to link it in the show notes below. I definitely recommend watching it, listening to it, whatever, the season of no. And he talks about how when you really want to do something big or well, you must focus all your energy and attention on it. Which means you can't focus all your energy and attention on 17 things. But how do we get it all done? I can't cut off my mom arm or my wife arm or my coach arm or my, exercise needed arm. I can't cut that off. I'm still Erika, the mom. I'm still Erika, Hamish's wife. I'm still Erika, the coach of the Sistahood and a podcaster and all the things. But how do I lose weight and exercise really fucking well? Like really well. Like I'm doing a great job with my exercise right now, like 6 days a week, loving it. Everyone's like, you're glowing, you look amazing. I feel amazing. I feel amazing because I'm giving this my priority 6 days a week. That's taking up a lot. How am I not letting it ruin my life or take over my life? I'm going when everybody's sleeping. By the time 7 a.m. comes, I've done a workout. I've sweated so much. I'm done. And I have all the energy in the world because I did that. And it's 7 a.m. and my day is starting. Make sense? So that's how I do that. But how is it that we hold things like importance of friendships, being a good friend, being present for your children, or wanting to have a child? Some of y'all are out there trying to get pregnant and you've been trying or maybe doing IVF or wanting to find a partner because you want to start a family. But you're also working in your career and in your job or in your business. And you want that to go well. You want to make more money. You also want to be a good sibling, get in touch with your, brothers and sisters, or keep in touch with your aging parents. You want to be really great at work and make sure that you're doing the best you can do at work. You want to have a good relationship. It's like, oh my God, there's so much it feels like to do. And I guess I wanted to talk in today's podcast about the importance of prioritizing what's important to you. Importance of prioritizing what's important. And it can seem really hard to do this if you're not clear on what you want. That's a whole other podcast. But like, how do we get clear on what we want? And then when we're clear on what we want, how do we hold multiple things without burning out, without getting overwhelmed, or without completely ghosting every area of our lives? And so I thought I would share that I think we can't have it all at once. We can have it all. We just can't have it all at once. We can't do it all at once. And so one of the things that I want you to think about in your life right now, what's the most important area for you right now that needs to get attended to, that needs to be sorted? I'll give you an example, okay? Because everything's important, baby. I get it. But let me give you an example. Oh my God. Also, before I do that, I completely went on a tangent and I wanted to say at the beginning that my message is received by men. And I know that on this podcast, men listen to this podcast. Non-binary people listen to this podcast. Transgender people listen to this podcast. Women listen to this podcast. A lot of different identities listen to this podcast. And yes, I've made this podcast for women. And yes, I say queen. However, I just want to acknowledge that because of the way I speak my message and what I speak about, that it might land with multiple different people. And if that's you, I just want to honor you for being here and thank you for being here. And I'm sorry that I was talking about that at the beginning and my Gemini crazy ass brain went off. I'll come back. I always want to come back, but I just wanted to say thank you for listening to this podcast for all of y'all, because I see on Spotify all the different genders and the different people in the different countries. And, if this resonates with you and this is helping you, thank you. Listen to it, do the work on it. Better than anything than to listen is to do the work. So if there's exercises or videos or links or whatever that I'm like, go do it, do it. Change your damn life, you can. With a damn podcast, for sure. So high five to you. I love you. Thank you for being here. Okay, back to what I was saying. Gemini. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So the prioritizing, right? So I want to give you this example. You just had a newborn baby 7 days ago, 20 days ago, 30 days ago. You just had a baby. What do you think your priority is going to be? It's not going to be starting a business. It's not going to be learning to be amazing at crocheting, maybe when the baby's sleeping, right? But your priority is that newborn baby. That 1,000,000% is depending on you. And let me tell you, I know how frustrating that shit is, because when my son was 7 months, I was like, I'm done. Hamish, I'm done. I can't just be home watching the fucking Wiggles. I can't. I'm itching. I want to do something. I need to get out of here. I feel like I don't have a purpose. I'm done. So for me, I waited 7 months. I told my husband, and then I went and found a job, and then that escalated and changed everything for me. So at the time of a newborn baby being born, that's got all your energy and attention. And so it should. You just started your business. That shit's going to have all your energy and attention, right? You're dating and maybe you found someone that you really like and you love and you're wanting to love them and you're wanting to get into a relationship with them. You need to add to that relationship. You need to spend time in that relationship. You need to spend energy with that person so that you can flourish and grow that relationship, right? So when you're in things like that, that's obviously the first thing that's going to be having your attention. If you go to focus on something else and you're starting to grow something else, a new friendship, and you got a new relationship, one of them is going to give. Or you're not going to be spending enough time on the relationship and that won't grow, the romantic relationship. Or your friend's going to go, you never call me and we just met, we're not really friends. And that's going to fizzle out, right? My point is, and what Alex Hormozi was saying in his video was you cannot focus on 3 really big things at once. And baby, I love you. I don't care who you are. You can't. You just can't. And one of the things that messes with us and has messed with me is that I'm like, don't tell me what I can't do. I'm going to do that. And then I wonder why I haven't lost weight. And then I wonder why my health and fitness goes out the window. And then I wonder why I'm always burning out and I'm working till 10, 11 o'clock at night on my phone. And I wonder why I can't sleep. Because I'm juggling a million things. And so you can't do it. Think about the importance of, let's say you're like me, I want to lose weight. Do you know how much energy is required from you to do this? You need to be thoughtful about what you eat. So that means you have to shop for better food. You have to clean your pantry of the bullshit that's there. You have to intentionally prepare the food that you want to eat so that you're eating quality, good food that's not going to make you gain weight, right? Not comfort food that you can order from Uber Eats, food that you have to buy and then you have to cook. That takes time. And maybe you want to meal prep because you have a busy life. I know I do. Meal prepping so that tomorrow for lunch, you don't end up going through the drive-thru or ordering Uber Eats again. And you have food that you brought from home because you prepared it, because you took the time to prepare it. So just you going, I want to lose weight. That's one part of I want to lose weight. No, but I'm doing IVF and I'm trying to do that. I have clients that are trying to do IVF and it is all consuming and it takes a lot. And every time it doesn't work, what happens to them and how they feel and the tears that come and the emotional roller coaster and the fights and the argument and the financial stress. Like IVF has so many, I've never been through it, but a lot of my friends have, and a lot of the clients that I work with, it is a roller coaster. I'm doing IVF and I'm starting to build my business and I'm trying to get a pay rise at work and me and my husband are trying to get married on this boat and I just met a new friend and I want to become best friends with her and I'm trying to write my next book. Baby, what? Some of us that's what our life looks like. And I'm telling you right now, I have a bazillion things going on, a bazillion important things going on right now, but they don't all have priority. So I'll tell you a real life example actually. I submitted for the TEDx. I submitted my book proposal last year. I didn't know if I would get the TEDx. It was very hard to submit the talk. I got nervous. I got scared. I was like, fuck it, this is it. I overthought the topic. I should have picked the other topic. Anyway, I thought I got this topic, submitted it. I found out I was preparing for Gary Vee as well. I was having Gary Vee on the podcast. So I submitted the TEDx. It was so like surgery for me because I had been procrastinating submitting to do a TEDx for so long, for years, my friend, okay? So I did that. That's a big deal to take that off my energy field, to take that off my to-do list. Submit, done. Now Gary Vee. I submitted on Monday. Gary was on Wednesday. I prepared Gary the minute I knew he was coming on the podcast. I didn't prepare Gary after I submitted TED. 2 days to prepare for Gary Vaynerchuk? No, thank you. So I prepared. So I'm holding the TEDx application, preparing for Gary Vee. I was not trying to lose weight at that time. I was not trying to launch a program. I was not trying to teach my kid how to read. I had two things at that time that I was doing. The minute I let go of Gary's interview and the questions I was going to ask him, I could focus on submitting the TED. The minute I submitted the TED, I was only holding space for Gary's interview. I wasn't holding anything else that week. So what I do, and if you're a person like me that has a lot going on and your mind's switching back and forth and there's a lot, I have slots. I like to imagine my mind like slots. So there's a chunk of my brain that is taken up now by the Gary Vaynerchuk interview. The second that shit's over, and I mean end Zoom call, thank you, Gary, see you, that whole space that was taken by that gets moved out and opens for another big thing that I'm doing. So the space doesn't stay empty because we move fast and there's a lot going on. So if you're that person, if you don't have a lot going on and you've got one big thing or two big things going on, you move that space, you now have space again. Okay, my love, if you're enjoying this podcast, I want to invite you to check out the Sistahood. What is the Sistahood? It is my year-long coaching program where I will coach you live so that you can actually take everything you're learning on this podcast and put it into practice in your life so that you can actually get results in your life. You can be supported, you can be coached, you can stand up, show up, speak up, and create everything you desire in your life. If you want to overcome imposter syndrome, if you want to start creating more confidence, if you want to learn how to manage your thoughts so that you feel better and take better action so that you can get what you desire in your life, you need to join me inside of the Sistahood. It is 12 months of live coaching, and you're surrounded by a community of incredible women who are also doing the work. So head to the link in the show notes or click on thequeenofconfidence.com, click on Sistahood, and I will see you in there. Okay, back to the episode. For maybe a couple weeks or a couple months or until there's another big thing you want to do. So I really prioritize the real estate in my mind. That's what I'm saying to you. So right now, who's got the real estate? Who's got prime real estate in your mind? Is it Instagram? Is it TikTok? Is it the drama that's going on with your brother and your mom? Is it, I don't know, someone at work and their shit? Is it your kids' stuff at school? Are you thinking about that a lot and you're trying to do your stuff? Like, what is taking your attention and your mind right now? Because I am very security guard of the mind. Like I said in my latest podcast, I am very much like my mind is on lockdown This shit is like red carpet, VIP, VIP. You can't get in my mind. Absolutely not. What does Gandhi say? Like, I will not let you walk through my mind with your dirty feet. My mind is clean. My shit's a VIP booth. Like, I got this shit on lock. There's nothing getting up in here that's going to mess with me. And right now, my mom, I just found out she was sick again. And she's in the hospital again. And it's, I'm on the roller coaster with my mom right now. I am nowhere near out of it. It's like, it makes me freaking emotional because it's so hard. And I have to just stay in the present moment, because if I go too much in the future, I'm like, I don't even know what's going to happen. But I couldn't let that situation with her come in and take up all my space. Because the minute that I moved the talk that I just did in Sydney out of my head, TEDx is filling. TEDx is literally like, oh, I can stretch now. Fuck, it was a bit tight in Erika's mind. All right, here we are. And now I'm literally about to breathe out my outline, breathe out my talk, start memorizing it. Like, now I'm going to start like making love to the talk, because I did the outline and I did all the, planning and big stuff of it. And now we're getting into the breathing out and the details. I also am doing my outline for my book. That is due next Thursday. But right now, I'm in the TED world. Outline for Erika's book is at the back of my brain. Then there's IWD, International Women's Day, all my talks. Those are at the back of my brain. I don't need to bring them forward yet, because it's just started to be February. I've got a talk next week in Sydney, but I've done that talk and I know what to do there. I just have to fine tune a few things. So it's in the middle back of my brain. It's not at the front yet, because it's not the date, but it's there. And so I can't worry about something in 3 weeks because I got something that I need to worry about right now. So when someone comes and calls you, when you do this, by the way, when you start to file, when you start to systemize and file the things into your brain, hopefully you don't think I'm a psychopath how I work my brain, but this is literally how Erika's brain works, in case you wanted to know. And if this helps you, let me know if this helps you. I could do more work like this with you, or more behind the scenes with you. But if I allow my mother's drama, which I love my mother and I'm upset that it's happening, but I can't do anything while she's in the hospital. I can call, I cannot, she doesn't make any sense. She's totally confused right now. I called her, it was like random words put together. And I'm just like, I suffer, if anything. I'm just crying and upset, and it's really hurtful, and I can't help her. And it makes me feel helpless, and it's frustrating because I have old trauma from her. So it reactivates the old trauma. I get into stories, start thinking about what if she dies? What if this happens? I don't need to do that right now for myself. That's not helpful for me to do, and I can do nothing about it. If you could do something about it, fantastic. I cannot. So she's there, but I'm not allowing things. I don't have friends calling me with their drama, asking me to help them, or telling me another story about their boyfriend who they should have left but they stayed with, blah, blah, blah. I'm not watching TikToks. I'm not watching reality TV. I'm not volunteering for my kids' PTA group. Make sense? There are certain things that you're allowing into your life that are distracting you and keeping your focus from doing the thing that you need to do right now. For some of you listening, the shit that's distracting you, it's distracting you from working on yourself. It's distracting you from going, you know what, Erika? I always hear you talk about the sisterhood. I'm going to do it. No better time than now, the beginning of the year, to work on myself. No, I'll put it to the side when I have the money, when I have the time, and I'll keep letting other people put their agendas in front of me and making that the priority. And it's not. When will you become the priority? For some of you. Others, you're a high achieving person, high functioning. You got a lot going on, like maybe I do. And you're like, oh, okay, how do I do this and also a bit of that and not get lost and not burn out? I'm going to tell you right now, I can't burn out. Like, that's what I would do. I would get burnt out. And one of the goals that I have is to be able to completely outsource everything. Like social media, completely. I love it. I enjoy it, but not having to do it. I do it because I want to do it. I show up because I want to show up. And that's what we're doing behind the scenes in the business, is how do we make it like clockwork? This is what Erika would say. This is what we do. These are our systems. These are our processes. So we can do that. So if I want to go on vacation for 4 months, which I probably never will, but if I wanted to, I could. And so how do we function? How do we have all the things going on? How all the plates are spinning at once? You are going to drop some plates. You're probably going to drop a lot of plates, but you won't drop the most important plate. So why don't we put everything else down? And I want you to focus and think about what is the most important thing right now for you. Now, when I say this, to the parents listening, I'm not saying your kids aren't important. My children are fucking my world. They're so important. But when I was starting my business I had a newborn baby and I had a toddler, of course I wasn't 24/7 watching, the shows with them. I wasn't 24/7 eyes on them. I was on my phone. I was recording videos. I was handing my baby to Hamish, let that baby sleep, spend time with the little guy sleep, do this while the baby sleeps. Like I was juggling. I was completely juggling. And then at one point in time, I said to Hamish, you got to take over. I'm not going to be as present. I can't because I'm trying to build this. Doesn't mean I'm not there, but I'm not there all the time like I would have been. So that means I sacrifice being present all the time for being present a little bit of the time so that I could build the business over here. And when I built the business over here, we made money, and we made a lot of money, and we were able to buy a bigger house. We were able to be more present with the kids. I'm able to get a nanny. I'm able to take them with me when we go on work trips. Now we can do more because I sacrificed a little bit at the beginning. And I'm just giving you this as an example, multiple examples here. Maybe you want to get a pay rise at work and you need to put some more hours in, more than everybody else. And instead of going for drinks on Monday night, you stay and you keep doing the work. Your boss sees it tomorrow and he's like, damn, who did this? And you're like, me. And they're like, wow, you do more of that. They start going, yo, why don't you apply to become the manager or the leader? And you're like, well, I've been working my ass off. Yeah, well, I noticed. Because you've been working your ass off. Now you get a pay rise. Now you're going up on the ranks. The people, a lot of the women that I speak to that are going up, and I'm working with some amazing women who are killing it in corporate, and they are young women. They're working harder than anybody. And they're not like, I can't believe I have to work harder than everybody. They're just like, I have to work harder than anybody if I want to get a pay rise and if I want to be bigger and better and grow faster than everybody else is willing to grow. Why? Because they're willing to do the hard yards. They're willing to make the sacrifices that, believe you me, they are sacrifices that other people aren't willing to make. And what will happen? Erika, you're going to kill it on the TEDx stage. I know I'm going to kill it because my ass has been in this office for 38 hours. 38 hours I've worked on the TEDx and it's not done. I will probably put 50 hours into that TEDx. And I've spent $3,500 getting mentorship and help. So I am paying to do a TEDx talk and paying with my time because I want it to be the fucking best it can be. I don't get to just go, I'm a good speaker. And because I'm a good speaker and everybody on Instagram thinks I'm a great speaker, I'm just going to rock up and see what happens. Gross. I'm going to bomb it. I'm not going to do a great job. So when you look at people that are doing amazing and incredible things, I want you to know that there are sacrifices being made. There are things that they are prioritizing. There are rules. There are sacrifices. There are legit like locked down. Nope, 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 nope. Yes. You can't say yes to everything. Actually, you say no to everything when you're at certain levels in your business or in your career so that you can kill it in the thing that you want to kill it in. It's about being focused on the thing that you're trying to build versus trying to be focused on everything, which means you focus on nothing and you get nowhere. And so for me, I look at timelines, and one of the tools that I think would be helpful for you is time blocking. So I'm going to give 2 hours to my TEDx today. I'm going to give 4 hours. This whole day is for TEDx. Then I'm done. Next week, I'll do another day. Okay, cool. So now I can chill because I've done it today and it's in my calendar for next week or it's in my calendar for tomorrow. It takes my pressure off me. It makes me not feel irresponsible because I'm not. I'm planning, I'm doing, and then I'm putting it away to the next thing. Then I can be with the next thing, which is going home to be with my kids after this. So I'm going to go home and be with my kids. We're going to cook dinner together. I'm going to sit at the table with them. I'm going to talk to them about their day at school. It's going to be amazing. They're going to go to bed. And then my time with the kids while they're awake is done because they're in bed. Then me and Hamish have our meeting. We do our chats. We do whatever we got to do. Okay, that's done. Now, if you want to watch something, we can watch something. Now I'm going to have a shower. Now I'm going to make sense. Like there are blocks in my day that now subconsciously, that's just how I block my life. My life has blocks of time. And if I can't do it right now, I book it in the future so that I know I did put time for it. And then I can let go of the pressure that I haven't done it. Or the, oh my God, what if I forget? Or the, oh my God, I have to worry about that thing. There's no worry. That thing is happening. You put it next Thursday at 3:00. Let it go. Why would you hold it until next Thursday at 3:00? It's in there. But if you don't make the time to book yourself and plan things and map out and set boundaries and say no and give yourself the time and space to do that thing, imagine if you focus solely on that thing that you want. Imagine if you got the mentorship, the help, the support, the community, the time in your calendar to focus on that thing that you want. You'll completely get it. I don't know if I told you, but I deferred my school. I think I did tell you. I deferred one term. And then I said to Hamish, I need to defer another term. And the max you can defer is 2 terms. I can't do college for 2 months, 2 terms. So the first 6 months of 2026, I'm not going to be doing college. How? With all this other stuff happening. And I could be like, oh, what a loser. You're not going to finish your college degree on time. Or I could say, yeah, because you're writing your second book, you're doing a fucking TEDx talk, you're speaking nationally around the country, and you're building your speaking career, and you're doing all this other stuff, and you're being a present mother. Cool. I'm okay with that. If I'm okay with school being deferred, I'm cool. I'm getting my degree for me, not for anybody else. But these are the things that sometimes we become masochist or martyrs, and we're like, nope, I'm just going to do it all at once, or I'm going to hurry up and do it, and we have no patience, and that's not going to work. So right now, I want you to start thinking about, what do I need to prioritize in my life right now? What actually needs my attention right now? What area of my life do I want to advance myself in? What do I need to give time, attention, and energy to in my calendar? What can I cut away? What can I let go of for now? What can I put in my later on calendar? What can I schedule for the future so that I can release it from my mind so that I have some space to focus on this right now? All questions that are going to support you. Is this thing right here going to move me closer to the goal that I have for myself? If I focus solely on this for 3 weeks, will I get to my final destination with this? Will this help me achieve said thing? If I focus on myself for the next 12 months, can I transform my life completely? The answer is yes if you join Sistahood Girl. 12 months to focus on you, right? Like, okay, wow, actually, 1 year can transform everything for you? Yes. You saying no for 6 months straight so that you can say yes to the right things will completely change the game in your life or business for you? Yes. Yes. So I don't know how this is serving you, but I would love to know. Let me know how this is landing. If prioritizing and figuring out what you need to give your focus to is helping you, make it easy for yourself. I see a lot of us, we have all these big goals and all these big dreams, and we sabotage by putting so much on our plate all at once and acting like if we don't complete all of that, we're not good at what we do. I'm sorry, but if you're trying to have a child through IVF and trying to build a startup business and trying to be healthy and fit and worry about your food and trying to be a really good friend, one of those balls is going to drop, and or you're not going to get very far. You're going to get sick, and I don't want that for you. So really start to think about, what is it that I want to focus on, and how much am I willing to give my attention and energy to this? Because I promise you, when you do that, you can get everything you want. You could have it all, just not all at once. Okay? I love you so much. If you are listening on Spotify, send me a message, send me a Q&A. If you want to request a podcast, hit me on Instagram DMs or email support@thequeenofconfidence with your request for a podcast. I would love to answer it for you here. I appreciate you. I love you. Literally, you mean the universe to me if you listen to this podcast. And hopefully it gave you a little good insight of behind the scenes as to how I'm holding so many things at once. I know it's not normal, but you can do all the things if you prioritize what's most important. And if you cut all the other, what do they say? Burn all the other boats. Not forever, just for right now. For right now, you focus on this thing that you want. Baby boo, you gonna get it, okay? I love you so much. I'll see you next week. Thank you so much for listening. I freaking love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for your ears and your energy and your attention. Thank you for letting me into your world. And thank you so much for listening and tuning in to this podcast. There are so many podcasts you could listen to, and I deeply, deeply, for real, appreciate you listening to mine. Do me one big favor, one big thing. Please share this episode or this podcast with a woman who you know needs to hear this. This is my mission on planet Earth, to serve as many women as possible so that we could show up, stand up, speak up, and create the confidence and the life that we desire. I appreciate you, my love. I will see you on the next episode.